in your opinion, how's the football team doing this year?
I think we're having a good year, to be honest with you, with the change in the conference and the fact that we're playing 9 conference games. We had a slow start to the season, but I think the last 5 or 6 games we've been playing really well. Despite losing last week to a very good Evansville team, I think we're playing as good as we've been playing all year, and probably as good, if not maybe a little better than I expected us to be this year. So.
Do you think that the team has the skill and heart to go to the playoffs?
Absolutely. I think the fact that we've, what we did last week against Evansville, even though we came over short end of the stick, was a great game. Beating Jefferson, who's a playoff type team. I think there's no question, when you play in a conference that's primarily Division III teams, and you can play with those teams and you can drop down to Division IV in playoffs, there's no question that, if we're able to get into the playoffs, that, we won't be out of place, that's for sure.
You think that they'll make the playoffs?
It really depends on how we come out and play. If we get off to a fast start, play like we have the last 4 or 5 games, I think we put ourselves in a really good position. The key to games like that is get off to a fast start, not turn the ball over, and I think we'll put ourselves in good position. But we'll have to be able to play again for 4 quarters, much like we did last week, and see where the chips fall. But I think we're a good enough team to certainly go out and be able to beat East Troy. It just depends on how we get out of the gates at the beginning of the game. So.
If you win both of the last 2 regular season games, you will probably have a home playoff game. Does that put any more pressure on winning both?
I wouldn't say it puts more pressure on us, but I'd say it makes us want to win both more than just winning the one. Because having a home playoff game would mean more than anything to us. Because this Evansville game could be our last home game. That means a lot to us. So we really want to win both.
Which of the 2 football games are going to be harder than the next?
I definitely say Evansville is a hard one, just because they've only lost 1 game, but the team they lost to was a team that we beat. So I think it's a winnable game, but I definitely say Evansville is a harder game than East Troy.
Are both of the games winnable?
I definitely say so, just because they've both lost to teams that we're capable of beating. So they're a lot harder teams to beat, but they're definitely beatable.
Being a senior, how important is it to you to make the playoffs?
It's really important because we don't want to be known as the class that loses our big streak, because we have the big 24-year streak, and we don't want to lose it. And every single game counts when you're at this point of the season. You don't want to lose any games, or else you'll be known as that class that loses.
What are some important things that you personally do to get you ready for games like these last couple?
I just do extra preparation, a lot of film watching. I make sure I focus throughout the week in practice. Just want to make sure we don't goof around all the time. So we always have to try to get the younger kids prepared on scout team, help us out, and just a lot of focus throughout the week.
Last question, is there any outstanding individual talent on your team that stands out, maybe a Ned Slocum like last year?
No one really stands out more than the other. It's a team effort. It's an equal distribution throughout the whole team who makes the big plays. Everyone makes an effort. It's definitely a team game. Even those kids on the sideline, they matter just as much as the starters.